According to the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025, 92 million jobs are projected to be displaced globally before the year 2030 because of artificial intelligence, automation, and technological change. And this is only the beginning. A new AI tool appears online at an unprecedented speed, constantly reshaping the digital landscape. Because of this rapid technological acceleration, it is projected that a massive percentage of the global workforce will need fundamental retraining in the coming years. We are standing at an intersection, a moment where humanity must confront the ugly, the bad, and the good of our own creations. Let us start with the ugly. For generations, society conditioned us to believe a very simple promise. Study hard, get a degree, take on the student debt, keep your head down, and you will be financially safe. But today, that reality is quietly collapsing. Imagine spending years in university, taking on crushing student loans, and working tirelessly to pay a mortgage and support a family, only to wake up and realize that an algorithm can now perform your exact job in seconds. The fear of becoming obsolete is spreading rapidly. We are facing a profound identity crisis as people feel increasingly replaceable in a system that once promised them security. But the economic disruption is only the surface. The truly ugly reality is what is happening to our human connections. Look around you. People now sit together in crowded public spaces while mentally living somewhere else. A family shares a dinner table in the evening, but their eyes are locked on glowing screens. We are more connected to a global digital network than ever before in human history. Yet millions of people feel profoundly emotionally isolated. We are experiencing a collective loss of deep thinking, replaced by constant digital overstimulation and deep emotional exhaustion. To understand why we have so willingly surrendered our attention, we have to look deeper into our own psychology. We have to talk about the bad. We have to talk about dopamine. Science tells us that dopamine is a fundamental neurotransmitter that functions as your brain's primary reward prediction and motivation system. While society often simplifies it as the pleasure chemical, neuroscientists emphasize a much darker reality. Dopamine actually governs wanting. It governs incentive salience. It signals the desirability of an outcome and physically compels you to take action to achieve it. Evolutionarily, this beautiful ancient system was designed to ensure your survival. But today, this ancient survival mechanism is being heavily exploited by modern environments. Decades ago, the pioneering behavioral psychologist Dr. B.F. Skinner uncovered the profound mechanics of habit and compulsion. Through his behavioral experiments, Dr. Skinner proved that if you want to keep a subject repeating an action, you do not use force. You use variable, unpredictable rewards. He discovered that if a subject never knows exactly when the prize is coming, their reward prediction systems become hijacked, and they will repeat the behavior obsessively. Today, modern apps and social media platforms use the exact same psychological conditioning mechanisms that Dr. Skinner studied decades ago. When you scroll through an infinite feed, it works on your brain exactly like a slot machine. Every unpredictable notification, every digital like, and every auto-playing video is a tiny hit of dopamine to your brain's reward center. Highly stimulating digital products are meticulously engineered to provide constant, rapid rewards, which trigger massive dopamine releases in your brain's striatum, reinforcing a compulsive behavioral loop. We have been conditioned into a state of constant validation addiction and severe attention fragmentation. But what happens to the human mind when the stimulation never stops? When your brain is constantly flooded with these unnatural, intense dopamine spikes, it attempts to protect itself. To survive the massive chemical overload, it actively reduces its own dopamine sensitivity. Scientists call this biological defense mechanism receptor down-regulation. This creates a terrifying psychological reality known as the dopamine trap. Because the baseline for what your brain considers stimulating has been artificially raised so high, everyday life begins to feel unbearably boring. This trap results in profound emotional numbness, severe mental fatigue, apathy, and a quiet, lingering anxiety. You lose the ability to focus on normal, sustained tasks. You require increasingly larger doses of extreme stimulation just to feel completely normal. We are exhausted, we are emotionally numb, and we are losing our ability to focus. But we must not drown in the darkness, because amidst the disruption and the manipulation, there is also the good. Technology itself is not the enemy, it is a tool. And like any tool, its impact depends entirely on the consciousness of the humans wielding it. The exact same artificial intelligence that disrupts an industry can also decode the mysteries of biology. Narrow AI systems have already been used to solve incredibly complex problems like protein folding, operating at a level superior to all humans in that domain. This opens the door to advanced medicine, personalized treatments, and curing devastating diseases. AI can empower disabled individuals with unprecedented accessibility. Carefully designed, narrow AI tutors can provide personalized education and learning tools to struggling students across the globe. It is breaking down global borders through instantaneous language translation. For small businesses and everyday workers, automation is saving hundreds of hours of tedious administrative work, allowing humans to focus on true productivity and creativity. We are incredibly adaptable creatures. Your brain is brilliant, and it can heal. You can regulate your nervous system, protect your attention, and learn to navigate this new world. The future of work and society will not be about competing with the processing speed of a machine. It will be about leaning into the exact traits that an algorithm can never replicate. The future belongs to the humans who adapt. It belongs to those who learn continuously and who fiercely protect their attention from endless scrolling. It belongs to the humans who still know how to think deeply. It belongs to those who develop deep emotional intelligence, who lead with empathy, and who prioritize genuine human connection over digital validation. An algorithm can process 1 billion data points in a millisecond, but it cannot look someone in the eye and build genuine trust. It cannot lead a family or a community through a crisis with human compassion. We are entering an uncharted era. The future may not belong to the people with the fastest technology, but to the humans who still remember how to think deeply, feel genuinely, and remain truly human. But perhaps the real question is not whether machines are becoming more intelligent, but whether humans are forgetting how to stay human. What do you think?